Hey, good morning, Courtney. It is the big day. It is the morning of your wedding. So spent yesterday taking a little time talking with the grandparents and asked them for a little advice. So I thought you and Blaze would appreciate hearing what like 150 years of marital advice is. Love you. Look forward to the ceremony today. All right, we're here with David and Judy. Judy, what are your favorite memories of Courtney growing up?
Well, I have a couple, but the one that really stands out is when she went skydiving in Baldwin, Wisconsin. She's so adventurous. I just love her adventurous spirit.
All right, and then if you had any advice for Courtney and Blaze, marriage-wise, what would you pass on?
My advice is if there's misunderstandings, talk about them right away. Don't let them get big.
Lovely. All right, David, one of your favorite memories of Courtney growing up?
Well, one of my memories is being at the lake, having our bonfires in the evening, and then Courtney and Trent having races around the house to see who could run the fastest. And we do that time and time again. So that's one of the fond memories of Courtney when she was small.
All right, and if Courtney and Blaze are watching this, marital advice, what would you say?
I would advise that they pay close attention to each other's moods and thoughts, actions, because it's important that they stay in sync with what their goals are, what their objectives are, and how they interact.
All right, well, thank you for coming out here to beautiful Santa Barbara. We look forward to the wedding tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with Lynn and Connie. Connie,
Yes.
what's one of your favorite memories of Courtney growing up?
Well, my favorite memory actually wasn't too long ago. It was when she came this summer to Nags Head with all of her friends, like one from college and I think two from Minnesota. And just having them all there and just I could see a young woman developing and I loved what I saw. And that was my favorite memory of her.
All right, and if Courtney and Blaze are watching this, what marriage advice would you give those two?
I always say I love you every day because that covers everything. It covers, thank you, and I'm sorry for everything I did yesterday or what, but it'll cover everything. But I always say, look them in the eye and say, I love you.
Awesome. All right, Lynn, what's one of your favorite memories of Courtney growing up?
Well, so many of my memories of Courtney have to do with the beach.
Yeah.
And she was little and she had all those problems and I was sorry for her, And then as she grew up, I was waiting in the airport and here comes Courtney on her rollerblades that are blinking in the light.
Yeah, I remember
And she
that.
gets about, 5 feet from me, which I figured she'd stop, and she just launched herself at me. And I heard her mother scream, and I grabbed her. And that is probably the thing that I remember. If I shut my eyes, I could see that one.
I love it. All right, what about marriage advice for Blaze and Courtney? What would you say?
I would say that the biggest thing is to always be the same. Be yourself the same. Watch your partner be the same because that isn't really ever going to change. And if you think it's going to, you're wrong.
All right, you too. Well, thank you for coming to beautiful Santa Barbara. We will see you at the wedding tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're here for Courtney's video. Let's start with you, Bob. Share with us what's one of your favorite memories of Courtney.
Going to Mall of America and visiting the Claire's jewelry store, and then scooting over to Build a Bear.
Build a Bear. All right, Dad, what about you?
Well, my favorite memory is learning how to do an edge-tied flannel blanket that we still use, and it's awfully comfortable. So on the living room floor in Kevin and Jill's place, making those blankets was really a good memory.
All right, you two, you've been married how many years?
48.
48.
Oh, 58. Oh, good gosh.
All right. Well, what's your advice for Courtney and Blaze, Dad? 15 years later.
If it's possible, make a little bit of time when you don't have any other distractions to just sit, think about each other, and talk to each other. And you'll be surprised at how many things come up and get resolved or get ideas to do for later.
Love that. Anything to add there, Mom?
I do have well, talk about everything. Don't hold anything back, and always do not go to bed, as they say, with being angry. But just keep an open communication at all times, and take each day as it is. And if you do have some disagreements, just work them out with patience and love.
All right, 58 years later. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.